I gained 34 pounds. 34 pounds. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into this video because it's going to be kind of a long one. This is my second trimester recap, so everything that's gone on in the last 14 weeks of my life is going to be in this video. So we're talking symptoms, sicknesses, my glucose test results, the gender reveal, the name reveal, all kinds of stuff. So, oh, and my weight gain, so you gotta stay tuned for it all. So if you aren't entirely sure what weeks the second trimester covers, it goes from all the way from week 13 all the way through week 27, and that's a really large chunk of time. So when this trimester first started, I wasn't really showing that much, and then I started to show a lot, so it kind of like happened all at once. But I just wanted to add that in there because I think the first trimester is so different for, at least it was so different for me because I went through so many different obstacles the first trimester as compared to the second one. In this trimester, I started showing. I found out the gender of the baby. We actually revealed the name of our baby. I got sick twice. I did my glucose test. I felt the baby kick. And I gained 34 pounds. 34 pounds! So as you can tell, lots and lots has happened over the last 14 weeks. So first of all, I wanted to start out by talking about our baby. It is a boy. We had a gender reveal party in December. I was around, I think, 20 weeks when that happened. No, 19 weeks when we found out the gender, and we had the gender reveal party the next day. I will put the link of the gender reveal party in the description box below, so you can click on that. Feel free to watch that if you haven't seen it yet. We did a Beauty and the Beast themed party, and then we let our 3-year-old chocolate lab do the actual gender reveal, so it was really unique and really fun, and I'm super glad that I have those memories now forever. Our baby boy's name is Milo Silas Carmichael. I'm in love with his name. I love it so much. Milo is really not any special family name or anything. I actually like the name Milo because my favorite character, one of my favorite characters from Gilmore Girls, his name in real life, I should say, is Milo, and I just love that so much. And then my husband and I, we actually ended up babysitting a dog named Milo, and now my husband likes that name, so we kind of like the name for two different reasons, but yeah, so we chose Milo, and then Silas was a biblical name, so we chose Silas. And now obviously our last name is Carmichael. So his name will be Milo Silas Carmichael, and I'm so excited. He's going to be so stinking cute with that name. He is currently the size of an eggplant, and he's 11.5 inches long. So that's kind of where he is. He had a great heartbeat yesterday when we went to the doctor, so praise God for that. Other than that, we don't really know much about what baby looks like or anything like that. We haven't even scheduled our third ultrasound yet. So anyway, we're about to move on to my actual pregnancy and how that's going. So we're going to start out with my sicknesses. I've actually been sick twice, 3 times total in the pregnancy, but twice during the second trimester. I started the second trimester out with an ear fluid issue in my right ear. So I went to the little clinic at Kroger, and that didn't get better, and then 2 weeks later I went and saw my family doctor, and then about 4 weeks later that got better. So I was sick for a total of 6 weeks. My nose was super stuffed up. I couldn't sneeze. My right ear was so full of fluid that I couldn't hear out of it. It was so uncomfortable, but I didn't have a fever or anything, so I wouldn't really say I was sick per se, but I was not feeling good for 6 entire weeks. So the last couple weeks, week 26 and week 27, I was miserably sick with a viral cold that turned out to be a sinus infection, all of which really didn't get treated until the last couple of days of me being sick, because they could not prescribe me anything. They couldn't prescribe me anything but Delsum and Tylenol and cough drops, and that really only goes, you know, such a short way and when you're sick. And I was so miserable. I was coughing up a lung, and I ended up asking my doctor if I need to go to urgent care because I had coughed so much and so hard during, you know, like just a short span of time that my upper rib cage on my right side felt like something had ruptured. And so I talked to my doctor about it, and he said, no, it's just a strain on your, you know, your lungs, and that's how that feels kind of when you cough that much. And so I was like, okay, as long as it's not affecting the baby, I'm okay. I don't need to go to urgent care or anything. So he ended up prescribing me amoxicillin, which actually took care of the problem almost instantly. So I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have gotten diagnosed with a sinus infection to begin with, because I feel like the sickness wouldn't have lasted as long. But I was so miserably sick. It was incredibly uncomfortable. I wish that on no pregnant person ever. Let's move on to my weight gain. So when this trimester started, I was around 98 pounds. And my last weigh-in of this trimester, I was 132. So I gained a collective total of 34 pounds during this trimester, which in 14 weeks, that's 2.5 pounds per week. That's incredible. That's a lot of weight. It's really unhealthy. So the last appointment, see, I kept asking the doctors every time I would go, I would say, how's my weight doing? How am I doing? How am I doing? And they would be like, oh, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. The last time I went, I had gained 12 pounds in 1 month. And my doctor expressed concerns about thyroid issues. And I did not, that scared me. And I was like, okay, I need to start eating better. This is all stems from eating poorly. I would say not all of it, because I did have a lot of reasons as to why I wasn't getting up and moving. So I'm sure that, you know, that didn't help in that case. But the majority of the problem is that I just was not eating the correct way. Now, I don't have really the mindset that, you know, like, oh, I'm pregnant, so I'm eating for two, so I'm going to eat 2 pieces of cake and two this and 2 of that and 2 of that. I don't really think that way, because I know that's really unhealthy. But I also was just thinking, okay, I'm just going to do whatever makes me happy. I'm just going to eat the candy. I'm going to eat the chocolate cake. I'm just going to, you know, eat the second plate of food. And I just wasn't thinking that it was really affecting my body the way that it was. And when she said, you know, she was concerned about my weight, I was just like instantly like, okay, snapping into gear, you know. And so for the last 2 weeks, I have counted every calorie that went in my body. I tried to move as much as possible, and I ended up losing 2 pounds. So I'm so thankful to God that I was able to lose 2 pounds. I went back to the doctor yesterday, and they weighed me, and I was 2 pounds less. So they ruled out any thyroid concerns for me, which was amazing. I'm just so grateful for that. But anyway, that was a really scary time for me those last 2 weeks of my life, because I just kept thinking, this is all my fault, you know, that I've gained all this weight and it's not healthy for me and it's not healthy for Milo, and I just, it's so crazy. But anyway, I'm just so glad that that's over, and now I'm more conscious about my calories and what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body, what I'm feeding me, I'm feeding Milo, so I'm kind of thinking that way. So I would say, as an encouraging note, if you have gained a lot of weight during your pregnancy, if you're still pregnant, it's not too late to start eating the correct way. And if you're not pregnant anymore, and you know, you're kind of feeling a little depressed about all the weight you gained, I just want to encourage you that you can lose the weight. You can lose it. I have faith in you that you can lose it. So, and don't stress out about it. It's just weight. I know that being overweight is not healthy, but in the end, it's just, you know, it's just weight. So just kind of go with that and just try to make better choices when you're eating and exercising and things like that. So that's all I would say about the weight. So my glucose test experience. I was so nervous about this test because I had heard so many negative things and so many not negative things about the test. I wasn't entirely sure what to expect. So I got to my doctor's office at 3 o'clock, and I had to drink this little tiny bottle of orange. I chose orange, so I guess I got a choice between orange and fruit punch flavoring, and I chose orange. And I just asked the doctor, I'm like, have you ever tasted this? And she said, yeah, I chose the orange, so that's why I chose the orange. But she said that it just tasted like flat orange pop, and I was like, oh, okay. So she gives me it. It's a nice cold bottle, you know, it's 8 ounces. I'm pretty sure it was 8 ounces. And she says, okay, but you only have 5 minutes to drink it. I'm like, 5 minutes, are you kidding me? So I sit down and my cousin was with me and I was just sitting there kind of just like talking and drinking and talking and drinking. And then I noticed the doctor's like, okay, you're running out of time. And I still had like this much left in the bottle. So I just tipped this thing up and I'm trying to chug it as fast as I can. I'm just taking like breaths in between, you know, each chug. And I felt so awful about after I drank it. Like, it wasn't even nasty, like, at all. It was not 100% not even nasty at all. It just tasted like orange pop to me. But I had drank it so fast that like my brain hurt, my head hurt, like my throat hurt, and then I like started to feel kind of afterward. And so I like waited that hour because you had to wait an hour between the test and them taking your blood. So I waited a whole hour. They went and they took my blood, and then I saw the doctor afterward, and my cousin and I went to Culver's, which was a really nice treat after having lost all the weight. I had a hamburger and french fries and milkshake, which the baby absolutely loved, by the way. But I just went home and kind of crashed. I was just like out of it for the rest of the day because I had drank so much of that sweetness in like so little time, and I think it's really messed me up. But if I could say one thing, suggest one thing to you, if you haven't done the glucose test yet, bring a straw with you, like bring a big milkshake straw if you have one, or even just like a little straw, to drink that faster, because like you drink faster with a straw, and if you only have 5 minutes, like you just can suck that down really fast instead of like tipping it back and like guzzling it like I did. So anyway, there's that. I did get the results for that test today, and I do not have gestational diabetes. Praise the Lord. I was so nervous about that, but I do not have it. My levels were really super normal, like right in the middle there. They were perfect. However, they did see that my, I think it was my red blood count is pretty low, so I had to start taking iron supplements, which is not the end of the world. I'm just going to take them, you know. Anyway, everything looked pretty normal, I guess, from all the other, you know, blood counts that they have to, like, take, you know, measure for. So, yeah. So that's how that went, and I was surprised to get the results so quick. She said I wouldn't get them until tomorrow, so I was really glad that I got it today and I didn't have to worry about them. Not that I was really, like, you know, overly worried about them, but just having that peace of mind that I don't have gestational diabetes is like such a weight lifted off me. So if you guys were praying for me, I know so many of you guys were praying for that test, and my doctor's appointment yesterday. Thank you so much. The doctor had all good news for us yesterday, so I was just so grateful, and I have to believe that it was due to your prayers, because I am a woman of faith, and I know that God does answer prayer, so I'm so thankful for that. I thought I would take a minute and just talk about the baby and like how much he's moving. So he is actually really active, like all the time. I feel like there's not even like an hour that goes by in the whole day that he's not just like active. I haven't had those irking pains that other women talk about, like where he's kicking you like under the ribs or anything where it's super uncomfortable. I haven't really had any of that. He does kick me in the bladder pretty often. That's pretty uncomfortable because that just makes me have to pee. And then every once in a while, you know, he'll just start kicking and it'll just be uncomfortable for me. But I'm not like actually physically doubled over in pain or anything. Same thing through the night. He's just so active during the night. When I get up to go to the restroom, obviously I notice he's kind of trying to get situated in there again and stuff like that. But so he's really active, and most of the time I can notice it at night. I think it's because my brain and my body's kind of starting to wind down, and he's not winding down with me. And so but yeah, I just thought I would throw that in there because it has to do with him. I should have told you that earlier. So as for new symptoms this trimester, the first trimester I had a little bit of dizziness, you know, like I was nauseous and I was super hungry all the time, and I had a little bit of headaches and things like that. This trimester I got major leg cramps. Like these leg cramps were horrendous. I literally would wake up in the morning and I wouldn't be able to walk on one of my legs because my legs were so stiff and so like they felt swollen. My knees felt swollen, my ankles felt swollen. And I didn't have a maternity pillow at that time, so I thought, I'm going to get a maternity pillow and just see if that works. So I spent $38 on a maternity pillow at Target, and it was one of the best investments I have ever invested in my life. I have one of the ones that's like U-shaped. It's huge. I'm 4'7", so it basically swallows me. But what I do is I just like, since it's double-sided basically, I can lay on either side and put my top leg over it and my bottom leg underneath it and kind of pull my legs up. That way my legs are kind of being elevated and shifted all night long, and I literally have had no leg cramps. I've had leg cramps in the nighttime, but they are, you know, supported by that pillow, and I have not had any issues with my leg cramps at work or throughout the day since I got the pillow. So the pillow made all the difference. So if you're struggling from leg cramps and you don't have a maternity pillow, I'm just saying it's worth it to splurge the $40. I know you're really only going to need that pillow for like a couple months, but it beats the heck out of just being in pain all the time. So I would encourage you to get the pillow. And you can also use the pillow when baby's born. You can use it to prop it up, and like it can fold around you and you can put the baby on it to, like, if you're breastfeeding or whatever. I'm not going to breastfeed, but if you're breastfeeding or if you're even just playing with the baby, or, you know, whatever you want to do with it. So, and I find it extremely comfortable too. So just to let you know. I figured I will go over my pregnancy must-haves for the second trimester. So number one will be my maternity pillow. I named mine Olaf because he's white and Olaf likes warm hugs, and I hug the pillow all night long. So I named mine Olaf, but yeah, maternity pillow, whatever you choose to have, whether it be a half pillow, a whole, you know, like U-shaped pillow, whatever, they're so awesome to have. So I would say that has definitely been must-have for me. Okay, so if you've seen my traveling while pregnant video, you probably have already seen this, but I'm going to show it to you anyway again. This is Burt's Bees Mama Bee Belly Butter is what it's called. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, that's what it's called. It is a white colored cream, has absolutely no smell to it, and it is so amazing. Like, obviously it's for your belly. It's called Belly Butter. I rub it all over my chest, my belly area, and it helps me with my itching. So this cream in specific does not actually help with stretch marks per se, because it probably does help with that in a little bit, but it's not like to take them away, to take your stretch marks away or anything. So this is mainly just for smoothing out your stomach and getting it prepared to stretch more, and then alleviating that itch that I have constantly in this section because I'm so small, my frame is so small, and I'm just like kind of busting out every which way. So this cream is amazing. It has no scent, and it's just really, really nice. It's kind of a thicker cream, and it doesn't feel greasy or anything, so I would say definitely if you're looking for something like that, Burt's Bees Mama Bee Belly Butter is the perfect thing for you to get. A little bit goes a long way, and this has lasted me 2.5 months already, and I still have a lot of it left. So, and I'm planning on using it for postpartum when my stomach is stretching back to where, or I said, as I should say, unstretching, or, you know, shrinking back to its normal size. So I'll be using this. This is kind of a weird second trimester must-have because I feel like if you're not sick, you won't need this. But when I was sick, my husband went and bought these for me. They are Hall's Real Honey Chamomile cough drops, and they're for nighttime, which I've never seen that before. Like, that's awesome. That's amazing. So it says soothes sore throat, suppresses cough to help you sleep. So they actually are filled with the honey syrup in the middle, and it says they're best if you take 2, like one after the other. I just stuck both in my mouth and just went to sleep because I was so miserable. But yeah, these are, I wouldn't say they exactly taste, you know, like really good. They're not like lemon or anything. They taste a lot like honey, just normal honey. So not really that great in flavor, unfortunately. I was figuring they would be because of honey chamomile, like a chamomile tea, but nah, not really. But they did really, really help me. So if you're going through this, I would pick up Hall's honey chamomile nighttime cough drops because they worked brilliantly for me. So yeah, guys, that's basically my entire second trimester. I can't believe I'm in the 3rd trimester already. Like, I'm so excited. I'm in the home stretch now, so woo! I'm super excited to have gotten here and just feel so incredibly blessed. that I've gotten this far in this pregnancy, especially having had no struggles so far. Anyway, if you are in your second trimester, you just finished your second trimester, or you've ever been in a second trimester before, kind of let me know some of your stories, whether they be good or bad. I want to know them because I love sharing experiences with people. I think it's really a good way to support each other and kind of talk things out if you didn't really have an outlet to kind of talk your feelings out for your second trimester. Put those stories in the comments below. If you have any advice for me for the third trimester, please put those comments in the comments below, and let me know those as well. This is my first pregnancy ever, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking forward to in the third trimester. I know this is the trimester that like the baby comes in, so I'm very nervous about that. If you have any encouragement or advice about labor and delivery, please let me know those pieces of advice as well. I am definitely looking forward to all the videos I have coming out in March. I have a video all about my favorite Disney movies. I have another video on a furniture transformation. Another video, which I'm super duper excited about, I am getting together with actually another YouTuber, my cousin. She crochets, but I will actually put a link down to her YouTube as well, so if you're interested in that, you can click on that. But we are having a 100% alcohol-free girls adult night, and I am super freaking excited about that. We're gonna vlog the whole night, and I'm so excited. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm also doing a pregnancy etiquette video, which I am super duper stoked about because I have just learned from being pregnant these last 7 months that there are things that you say to pregnant women, and then there are things that you don't say. And a lot of people say the things that you're not supposed to say to pregnant women. So anyway, that's coming out. And then April is basically baby vlogging the entire month of April. I have the baby shower, a baby shower show and tell, the nursery tour, my third trimester recap. I have all of those videos and a couple more in there. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I'm so excited. So stay tuned for my videos. And like I said, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. My channel is growing so much each day, and I'm just so grateful for all of you who make it possible for me to make videos like this. And I hope you guys enjoyed my new lighting system because I got it in the mail tonight, and I put it together right before this video, and I feel like it's going to do me a world of difference. So I will see you guys next time in my next video, and I hope you enjoyed this video.